Alright, I had a customer drop off a 2007 Nissan Sentra 2.0. Going to put in anchor mounts. We're going to do the transmission mount first, and it's going to be a quick video. So, got the battery out. Got the battery tray exposed, so we're going to take off the intake battery tray, and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Alright, so got the took the computer off. There was 2 bolts. Take the computer out, this ECU. Got the cold air intake loose. Goes to the side there, and then you can loosen up the battery tray and get that out. It should come right on out. And I'm gonna get a couple of things and show you later. Alright, so we got the battery tray out. Now I'm going to disconnect this harness for this mount for the other computer. Not sure which computer this is. Might be the PCM. So all you do is push down the clip. With one hand, push down the clip and lift up on it. So push down, lift up, and it will pull itself out, just like so. It'll come right on out. So I'm gonna get this out and keep on moving along. See what it looks like under there. So now next thing we gotta do is remove the air box. Got the mass airflow disconnected. Got the intake tube disconnected, and it should just lift right on out of there. The mount is basically like not tied down by anything. I mean, you just got 2 bolts on the side, and I think it should lift up. It's my best assumption. So I got it supported. Got the transmission supported by a jack and a block of wood. So take these bolts out and see if it'll lift up. See what happens. All right. So I was incorrect. That mount is actually held on by these brackets here. There's 2 of them. So the ears basically just allow it to be retained in the frame position. There's one over here, and there's another one. Basically, it's the base of the battery tray. So to remove this, I should be able to remove this and should be able to just take the mount out. So it was 1, 2 bolts on the top. They were 17 millimeter, I want to say. About 17 millimeter. No, 16 millimeter, sorry, 5/8. All right, so took those out at the top. Take this mount out, the bolt for the left side mount, and you should be able to drop the transmission enough to be able to get 2 bolts at the bottom from under here with the box end wrench. 5/8 for 16 millimeter, and I went up top here and got an extension in a 16. I'm about to use my driver to get this out. One hand if I can. Well, guess I was wrong again. I didn't think that went around like that. Was I wrong? Let's see if I got another one. Let me see if I'm missing 1 bolt. Maybe I'm missing another one. Let me see if I can find it and get it out. So I guess I was incorrect. So this whole bracket is 1 unit. I thought it was 2 bolts that held this end piece in. So the mount was broken, so I just went on ahead and took the top half of it off, and I could see that it rests in the cup there. So I'm going to take this out. This last bolt, there's 1, 2 bolts here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total bolts. including the one that actually connects to the bolt, the motor mount. 8 and 9 bolts total, and this whole unit should come out. So I'm gonna get it out and see what it looked like. So the bolt on the end here was a little tricky at the top here. You're gonna need a straight 16 or 5/8 to be able to break it loose and make this corner here. But about 3 minutes I got it off and pull this whole thing out. So this is what it looks like outside. So I'm gonna put some penetrating oil in there and let it seep through and see if I can knock that out, see what happens. So I was incorrect on the way to pull it out. So I tried putting heat to it, that didn't work. I was very gradual with it because I didn't want to break that housing. So what I did was I sprayed some penetrating oil on the outside edges of it, and I put it into my press here. Put a race that was the right size, and it fit very well on the back of it. And of course, see, I got a block sitting here in the socket, so I'm just gradually pressing it out, and it's coming on a little bit, and I'm just gradually giving it pressure. So oh shit, I think the whole what it cracked. Nothing cracked. Okay, nothing cracked. I think that was just the mount there, so nothing cracked. Nothing cracked. I think that was just the mount breaking loose. Insert. So I'm gonna give it a little more. Alright, so I'm gonna keep at this. I might applying a little heat around there and see if it'll come loose, but I'm not gonna try to make any promises. I might just try to let it come out on its own. But let me back out, see what it looked like. Alright, I'm back in action. I'm making mistakes, people. So yeah, I did chip a little piece off of there. It was my fault. They didn't compromise the entire unit structural integrity, but I got it to where we're just pressing out, but it's coming out. My race isn't exactly the right fitment because the mount actually cones as it goes into the mount here. While the direction I'm pressing it cones in and reduces. So I'm gonna get this out and get the other one pressed back in. So basically, yeah, you're gonna have to press it out and press it back in. So I'll show you the finished product shortly. Just to give you a view, this is it pressed out. So this is the bottom of it. I was pressing that direction. So this is how it looks. It does cone in. So that was the issue I was having. I was hitting the walls so it wouldn't go any further, but found something the perfect size and got it pushed on out. So I'm gonna get the other one pushed back in there and show you the finished product. So I'm pressing the other one back in there, and I used a wheel bearing that fit perfectly on top of it and 2 blocks, and it's just going down smoothly. Clean the inside of it. Let me see if I can get a good shot at it. So yeah, it's going in smooth. It's almost down. Alright, it's pressed in. Install in reverse order. Alright, so it's pressed in. I'm gonna put everything back in reverse order and clean it up, keep it moving. Got the motor mount in there. installed everything in reverse order. So I got the two top 16 millimeter bolts, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts on the bottom. They're also 16 millimeter. And got the 21 and another 21 mounting bracket nut, well, bolts, sorry. And of course I got the retaining bolt for the motor mount, or transmission mount. Next is just basically putting everything in reverse order. The battery tray, computers, and battery, and that's about it, and move on to the next one over here. Alright, so got the other side knocked out, and it's off to the right side motor mount, and this side should be a piece of cake. Thing you gotta really do is take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts out, and it should pop right on out and get it installed. Labor time on the other mount was approximately 1.2 hours, so that took about right at that time. Then I had some issues pressing that out. This side is less than half an hour. I want to say 0.6 hours, something like that. That's the book time on this. So book time total would have been right around 2 hours for both of them. So just for FYI for those out there attempting it. But yeah, we're gonna knock this out and it should be a piece of cake. Anchor mounts out. Just have some other things that I take off, which the refrigerant lines. Just disconnect those. 10 millimeter bolt, disconnect that, and of course the ground connector that was on the mount, but nothing major. Literally took like 5 minutes. All the bolts were 16 millimeter, 10, and 13. So majority of them was 16, 13, and 10 millimeter. And that's it. I'm basically going to replace everything in reverse order and call it a day. This job took like an hour and 30 minutes total. This motor mount right here literally would only take 15 minutes, and the book time is 0.6 hours. So, but other than that, just replace everything in reverse order and keep it moving. That's just the motor mount, and that's it for the motor mounts for the 2007 Nissan Sentra. Peace.